Last time on Throwing Lines.
That was wild that we actually had to buy something from freaking Walmart because everything else was sold out.
If you don't knock it off.
I'm just saying, that was a hard time. Why does it have something about the pipeline? Oh, I don't know. Let me see. I was like, tell me you didn't have me buying stock in a pipeline.
You know, one weird fact about me is I like cute noses.
You're so weird.
Oh, that's fine. I'll explain why.
Yeah, go ahead.
Back in the day, I needed to have something that was like a limiter. That sounds really bad.
To balance out your nose?
No.
Okay.
No, to balance out, to slim down my pickings. Even if I saw a cute nose.
It's not cute anymore because it's out of the mask.
Thank you. I'm like, why? But now you look slow.
Yeah.
Welcome everybody back to the Throwing Lines podcast. I'm one half of the host, B, the one that keeps getting interrupted.
I'm the funny half.
Here with my beautiful wifey, T.
The funny one.
The self-proclaimed funny one. How you feeling today?
Allergied.
We have made it through another week. We've made it through another pod. We're good.
Honestly, it was a long week.
They're all long. Oh,
this one was exceptionally long for me.
We have lots of update for you guys. We're recording here on a Friday night. This is our Friday nights. We're old people.
Yes.
But it's all good. Big fun, right?
I mean...
Oh, come on.
Debatable.
So where would you like to start? Would you like to start with your first true foray into working from home? Would you like to start there?
I mean, it wasn't my first one because I used to do that. I mean, it was a lot. It was a lot. First, working from home during quarantine, I guess. Because when I sporadically worked from home before, the kids were in school. It wasn't that big of a deal.
Ah, true.
But this time was different.
So what happened?
Well, first they played me because they were all supposed to go to school, and then they all decided that they were going to do virtual learning the first day. So that was fun.
You woke up in the morning and everybody was running behind and still here.
Yeah, and I didn't even realize.
You looked at the clock.
And they were all still here. They played me.
Yes. And you was like, you guys were supposed to go to school.
Yeah, and they were like,
we didn't
know. And I was like, we literally just talked about this yesterday. They're like, we asked if we could do virtual. I was like, yeah, Monday, not Tuesday. So, yeah, it was a long week. On top of literally sitting and staring at a computer screen for a solid, give or take a break here and there, 8 hours, not for me. Can't do it, won't do it. It is so hard. I can't sit still that long. I thought conference calls were bad, but this was like a never-ending conference call, and I couldn't do it. It was like a never-ending Zoom. It was a never-ending conference call. It was like, honestly, it was hell. Do not recommend.
What was it? Training event?
Yeah, I had training for work, but it was literally supposed to be in person, but the Rona ripped that from us as well. So it was all virtual.
Yeah, but the joke's on you because you was all excited to do it from home, and it would be cool. I wouldn't have to go and have to travel.
Yeah, but I didn't realize that it started out cool, and then 20 minutes into sitting down at the table, I was like, no, this life is not for me.
Yes.
I was just excited because I didn't have to drive.
You were over here texting me, everybody's stealing my bandwidth, my Wi-Fi.
Yeah, they were supposed to be at school. All of a sudden, my stuff's glitchy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Minecraft and Roblox, they got you out of there.
Honestly.
They didn't care.
They really didn't. And the fact that I had to sit there and be like, get off of whatever games you're playing because you're supposed to be in school. And they were like, oh, okay. Scammers. I raised scammers.
I mean, hey, they've learned from the best, huh?
First of all, you can't scam a scammer, but apparently you can because they got me up out of there. It was a long week. I'm glad it's over because...
So how was your day today?
It was fine. So I went to Target.
Target's your favorite place on earth.
Target is my favorite place
Target
on
can
earth.
do no wrong.
Bitches are trying to ruin it.
What? What happened? No,
why don't you tell us what happened at Target? No, first of all...
this is not my story. It's your story.
First of all, the first place we go in Target is the freaking Funkos because I had the older kids with me.
They beelined over there.
Sure enough, they didn't give us any options. They were gone. And then, those annoying AT&T people, you know all about those.
What'd you say to me?
You heard me.
That's shade.
It's a little shade. trying to get you to buy something that we already have. Or is it? I don't know. Do we already have it? What are they selling this time? Do you even know?
I don't even know because they don't even have like anything there. So,
yeah, they
like,
don't. They have to order, right?
Yeah, they're going to put you on the phone. Like, they're going to, oh, okay, well, cool.
Yeah, that business model makes zero sense because, people want instant gratification. If you sell me something that's like $9,000, I'm not going to want to wait for it. I want it right now.
Right.
Otherwise, I can use Amazon.
Bruh.
I don't know.
So what happened at Target? So the AT&T
So
people trying to sell you some stuff?
Yeah. No, not me.
Okay.
Not me. So I'm waiting for the Target representative to come assist me with something in electronics.
Okay.
And all of a sudden, I hear, "Hey, broski." Why is she talking to you? Why is she calling you, "Hey, broski"?
Me?
No, yes, you. Why is she telling you, "Hey, broski"?
I don't know. Maybe I look like a broski. I don't look like
that's
a broski.
so disrespectful. And then, I don't know, maybe my vibe was off. I don't know. But I feel like that's so disrespectful. Is that not? Am I tripping?
Hey, I don't know.
You got nothing to say.
You had the kids there and they were embarrassed.
I do not care. But the cool part is...
hyphy.
I didn't say anything to her.
Yeah, true.
So how am I getting hyphy if I didn't even say anything to her?
Oh, because we can clearly see.
I didn't say anything to her.
You're getting hype, and then that turns into hyph, and then to hyphy.
But I didn't say anything to her. I didn't say anything to her. She saw me. She didn't see me at first.
You probably didn't have to say anything. She turned the corner and saw that I was with somebody, and then...
Yeah, that's my point, is I was disrespectful. Don't hey broski my dude. Like, first of all, no, we're not doing that.
She was trying to holler or nothing. She was trying to sell me something. But that's joke's on her, because I'm broke. I ain't got
That's a big fact. But I don't understand. Like, I don't know. To me, as somebody that's in retail and somebody that does sales and somebody that works with the general public regularly... I'm not going up to somebody and being like, "Hey, broski, can I ask you a question?" First of all, where did you come from, bitch? Like, where? Who says that? Two,
that's kind of weird.
Yeah, if you're trying to make a sale, like, "Hey, how are you? Can I ask you a question? What internet service?" Or like, she need to come to my training class? Because obviously her way is not working. I can help her get her numbers. That's what I do.
Oh, okay.
But I just felt like it was super disrespectful to come to you. Like, now I'm like stuttering over my words because I'm getting irritated again. I don't know. I just felt like it was disrespectful. Oh, hey, broski, can I ask you a question? Like, you don't know my dude. Why are you coming up at him talking about, "Hey, broski"? You're making a face. But
that's big facts. I don't...
I'm out of pocket?
I don't know. You tell me. I'm not a girl. I didn't say...
Right,
code.
But that's what I'm saying. Is that's why. But she knew because she saw me around the corner and then she skedaddled, left.
Well, all right.
And then the kids had the audacity to get embarrassed, but I didn't even say anything.
You didn't say anything at all.
I didn't say anything to her, not one time.
Not to her.
What did I say?
You was starting to get hype, and you was like, "Did I hear her correctly? Did she say Borowski?" That's yes, you did it all like that.
I didn't say it to her. I didn't talk to her. Okay, and I wanted to know, did I hear this bitch correctly?
So the teen was like, "Oh, here we go again."
I mean, I could have been like, "Hey, sis, can we help you?" But I didn't do anything like that. I was cool. He's talking about, you're going to get kicked out. You're going to get kicked out of Target. You're going to get kicked out of Target. I would never get kicked out of Target.
Huh.
That is my home.
Okay. Well, moving on. What else?
I don't know. You irritated me.
I didn't do anything.
Yeah.
All I did was try to help you find what you was looking for in your store. How I get involved, first of all.
First of all, let's clarify that it's not my store because my store wouldn't look like it the way it does.
Hey, that's one of your favorite shopping spots.
Yes, but it's not my store.
Oh my gosh.
Anyways, be respectful.
Yeah, I mean,
it goes back to the Dunkin' Donuts story. Like, you never know who you're talking to.
That's true.
Today, she was talking to the mate of the wrong one.
Oh my gosh. These are your current events, huh?
She currently had me fucked up.
Wow. What other current events we got going on, huh?
Yeah, this whole Middle East thing going on. I did some more research.
Okay, yeah, I brought it up last pod about the ongoing... I mean, I feel like it's like newsworthy right now. That's why everybody's hearing so much about it now, which...
What has been going on since I found out since the late 1800s? Yes. I did some research.
This isn't
the late 1800s. That's crazy.
This isn't really a new thing, but...
I
mean, what'd you find? You did some research?
Yeah, it's been going on since the late 1800s because, our friends, the this conflict that they have. Okay, so it's been going on since the late 1800s, since, you know, the British came over and killed off the last, what do they say, empire of the Palestinians. And basically they came over, they gave Israel some land, made it a state. I don't know the whole, I haven't done that much digging into that part, but basically it's been conflict ever since. And between the two. And it intensified after World War II. And obviously because the Jews in Germany and everything else. And it really just hasn't stopped since. And now it's like barely any land left in Palestine. And now the Israelites... Is it Israelites? Or is that like a biblical term?
I mean, it's a biblical term. I don't know if... Oh, Israelis, right?
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, probably. It's probably just, you know, that's like the outdated
archaic
version.
term.
yeah, that's me, old. So... I don't know. So now they're still beefing or whatever. And it's kind of disgusting because I've been seeing more and more clips now of what they're doing to these babies. And I saw a video today of them digging through rubble for their toys. And I wanted to go and fight with them. Like, that's so fucked up.
Yeah, it's a lot going on. One of the big things I've seen now is that some of the families have been exchanging kids.
Yeah, that's sick.
So that
makes zero sense to me. You're going to have to take us all together as a team.
Well, they want lineage to live on.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck about that.
Well, you have to.
For what purpose?
I
If
mean,
you're exchanging kids, you're like, here, I'm going to sacrifice these two and you give me these two. Those are the kids they like the least.
That's not true.
Yeah, it has to be.
No, you probably send your strongest kids over there because if something happens to you, and then your strongest kids, you know.
Yeah, I'm not switching kids.
You're not in this position. If you were in this position, you might be doing it.
I'm not switching kids. I'm not giving away my kids in the hopes
it's a lot of the dads I think that are doing this. And they're like,
yeah,
but
yeah, I would have to kill the dad.
Dang, that's gonna be the least of your worries when bombs are blowing up all around you.
Yeah, so why would I send my kids off in the hopes that somebody's gonna take care of them the way I would? I'm not doing it.
I've never been in the middle of a missile storm like that. I don't know.
Good. Who knows what's gonna be happening?
That's true, but
I'm not switching kids with anybody. The whole thing is so crazy because it all goes back to like that part with the switching kids, like just pure, like, what's the word?
I don't know.
Not misogyny, patriarchy, because they want their little names to live on. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's your family. Like so those are the offspring of the moms and the grandmas and stuff too. That's not just because they take the dude's last name or whatever, that tradition or whatever.
If they took the girl's last name, they wouldn't be tripping this hard off of it.
Yes, they were. The girls, the women wouldn't?
No.
They wouldn't want their family to survive?
They would want their babies to stay together. They would want to be able to protect their own children.
Yeah, maybe you have a point there.
I'm sure. No, I know.
But, so you just want all your families to just
Yeah, we want to dust together. Mm-hmm.
Well, why?
Sure enough, because I'm selfish. I don't mean it in the way like I just feel like nobody is going to protect my children the way I'm going to protect my children.
Okay.
I'm not like, I love my brothers to death and I know that they take care of my babies when they're around, but I'm not like, oh, here, we're in war, take care of my child. Because are they going to be jumping over my child if there's a bomb or their child if there's a bomb?
They're going to be trying to protect everybody because they know.
But not the way that I would.
No, because they know on the flip side that you have their children.
No, it's not working.
Okay, you didn't watch that Fargo season with Chris Rock, right?
No. Is it bloody? Then no, I didn't watch it.
Everything's bloody now.
Yeah, and I can't handle it.
So it's about the American mobsters or whatever. So, you know, they go through like the Italian mobsters and the Irish gangs kind of, you know, in New York and stuff like that. And it wasn't New York, it was like Kansas City, I believe. But they had a tradition when, you know, all these gangs are beefing. What they did back in the day was they exchanged the oldest son. So the oldest son from this family goes and lives with basically the enemy, and the oldest son on the other side goes and lives with the enemy. That's just what that reminds me of, because what's going to happen is they're going to take care of those kids that they have in their custody because their child is over there in the same situation. So I think it'd be the same thing. Like that's why the dads are doing this. It's strategy.
No. I'd kill him in his sleep.
Girl.
This is why men can't make decisions, because they make dumb ones.
No, they're just making decisions for future generations, kind of, that they think. I don't know.
Exactly.
It's okay. First of all, this whole thing could be avoided.
Absolutely.
They wouldn't need to be doing this nonsense in the first place.
Yeah, if they would have just killed the British when they came over.
They probably gave it a good run, man.
They did the same thing here, too, so I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
Genocide and, you know,
That's just
separating families seems to be their thing.
That's just the way of the humans. It's the way of the humans. Humans are a parasite.
Honestly. Brian and I can't have discussions about religion, honestly, because he's fake.
Why is that?
Because you are. Because I know we've had discussions offline about religion and that it causes more grief than help. Is that not true?
I don't know. I think that the people that it helps out and the people who it's good for, we're not going to hear about because it's just not going to make the news. It's not newsworthy. I mean,
I feel that, but I'm not talking about newsworthy. I'm talking about on a personal level. Like the people that we know that are religious from so many different religious backgrounds, right? So you have the people that do good and try to be good, but then like it ends up causing more harm than good in even familial situations. Well, like for me, I'm very loyal to you, my babies, our family, right? Mm-hmm. And I have seen my family have religion come in the way of that loyalty. Does that make sense? So for me, there's nothing that I believe about something about the unknown that's going to make me turn my back or feel a certain type of way towards my children or anything like that in the name of something of the unknown. Yeah. And on the opposite end, with you, I've seen religion make people be too light on situations, too much forgiveness. Okay. To where the loyalty is also going away because now we're, forgiving.
Fair enough.
So to me, anything that gets in between you and your family, like there's nothing that I believe that's going to make me be like, I'm going to persecute my children. You know what I mean? I'm going to step away from them because it's against my religion. Or I'm not going to help them enough because I believe this part of my religion. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I think that religion fucks up families just as much as other outsider environmental things fuck up families. It does. You're always going to have the one-offs. It can.
Yeah, it can.
And people are so into it. I mean...
But I think it messing up families is the one-off. That's what I think.
I don't think so.
I think so.
I don't think so. Because I've seen so many kids that have been disowned or turned away because of who they choose to love. You see that every year. You see that every year when these people post like, oh, I was giving away free hugs to the community and like they started sobbing in my shoulder. You know what I mean? Because their parents disowned them. Like that is not an uncommon story. These kids that get pregnant at 16, 17 years old and their parents want them to give the baby up for adoption or they end up disowning them. Parents that disown their children for being in a interracial relationship. Like I've seen so much of that to where it's not an uncommon thing. It's not just making the news. It's the news because it happens.
My thing is that those people who are disowning their family and doing things like that, I don't think they're understanding what's in the books then. Because it's not humans' job to judge anyone anyway.
What are you talking about what's in the books? Noah built a whole damn ark and only put his family on it and let the rest go to hell. That's in the books.
I'm talking about judging other people. That's in the books.
Were they not judged? Did he not lead these hoes off the boat?
I mean, maybe they might have had a boat too. Somebody else's family probably had a boat. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. It's not like it's all sugar-coated. Like, oh, well, let's be a good person. And the book teaches us all how to be a good person, regardless of what the book is. Because I feel like all these books have the same underlying theme, stories, whatever, right?
Okay.
It just is different views, different times, different beliefs. But as much as they don't want to hear it, all of these books are pretty similar.
Yeah, for sure. Humans' brain capacity is not that not that good. They're not going to come. Someone's not going to come up with. They're not going to come up with some far-fetched idea that's out of the norm. Religion has ties. Like you could have one set of humans across the globe, one set of humans across the globe on the other side, and they never interact with each other ever, and they're going to believe the same things because all of these are coming from the unknown. What the unknown is what we can't reach. So it's stuff that's in the sky.
Yeah.
Stuff that happens when you die. So everything that's time related, everything that's vast and we can't reach it. So outer space.
Okay.
Outer space and time. People are going to come up with the same thing because that's what they can see. They look up in the star and they're like, oh, that star is brighter than all the other ones. There's something special about that star.
Yeah, Jesus must be under it. Come on, bro. That doesn't sound crazy to you?
What do you mean, what doesn't sound crazy? No, none of it sounds crazy.
It all sounds super
It sounds
crazy.
like humans were developed enough where they had time to sit and think about whatever the hell's going on. And they're looking, stargazing is not a new thing. People like to look at the stars today still.
Yeah.
They sit down, they look at the stars. They're pretty, I guess, or whatever.
Or whatever.
I mean,
I can't remember the last time I saw a star with all this pollution, but...
I mean, yeah, see, that's part of the problem. So people...
Or is it solving the problem?
Covering the stars? There's nothing wrong with the stars. The stars didn't do anything. The stars, humans can't affect the stars. That's the point.
Okay.
Humans don't understand that they're minuscule to whatever the hell is really going on out there.
Yeah.
They're a really tiny, small part. But humans, for some reason, got a little bit of power over, I don't know, the freaking animal kingdom or something, and they think that they rule everything. Yeah. They don't.
Not even a little bit.
Asteroid rocket coming.
See ya.
In 2 seconds. And, yeah. In the whole thing. Like, people don't understand. That's why they want to make up stories. They want to make up stories to ease the mind of people who can't live with the unknown. Like, I don't know what the hell's going on with the stars, but I'm cool with that. I don't know what the hell is going on really in an anthill either, but I'm cool with that. So how come people can't just be cool with the unknown? That's a weird concept for me.
I think that it's more than just wanting to know what's going on with the unknown. It is a way for them to... It's like the only thing that they have to hold on to.
Sometimes,
no other talent, no other anything, no other, like...
Yes, that's what... Yes, if people are poor, that's an easy thing to rally around.
Yeah.
Simple as that. So that might be the glue keeping a family together.
Poverty?
Is their religious beliefs.
Oh.
No, that's an external...
Oh.
Thing forcing them.
It's the glue keeping the family together until one of these kids breaks off and does something different, and now they're not part of the family anymore. Like, do you see the problem with it?
I see the problem because humans are judging. And if humans followed the books, they wouldn't be judging.
The book was very judgy.
What do you mean the book is very judgy?
The book is very judgy.
From the standpoint of other humans or from whatever deity entity that is unknown?
Whoever wrote the book, whoever did anything, all of the stories are very judgy. They're judgy.
To, like, if people are killing people, yes, they're judgy to people, to the murderers.
They're
like,
killing
what do you
people. Like what sick fuck came up with the story about, like, I'm gonna test you to see if you'll kill your child to see if you're loyal to me? That's some sick shit.
Yeah, it's a long time ago. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know the legitimacy of that story. What do you think?
Yet here we are.
Now I can see if that is some parents' favorite story in the Bible, then yeah, whatever their kids do, if they're gonna disown their child. If, like, I don't know, like,
exactly, that's
not
saying.
Me.
No,
I'm not doing that. That's
right.
dumb.
No. Hello, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's so archaic and so weird that I can't imagine why people are literally fighting over the bullshit to this day. Like, it makes zero sense. Even if you just look at the last election, it was like Trump is the Christian choice. Like, Christianity is off its rocker, like, as a whole. Don't even get me started on the non-whites being Christians, but Christianity as a whole is big poo. And I don't know if it's just in the U.S. that it's that way. I don't know. It's not. See, I don't know. I'm not a follower. Christianity as a whole is trash because it's just, I don't know. I can't even, like, we would be here literally all day for me to get into all the reasons why it's garbage. Don't make that face at me. You know it's trash. When's the last time you went to church? And let me just clarify, I don't stop you from going to church. If you wanted to go to church, you could go to church. I have no issue with people living what they want to live, as far as, like, if you wanted to go to church and you wanted to go once a week, once a month, whatever you needed to do for you, I would be totally okay with that. It's just not for me. And I would probably, like, I let my kids go to church with my parents when they're there. If they want to, I don't make them go. I don't, you know what I mean? They have the
choice.
Yeah, I was looking for a smarter word, but basically they have a choice. I don't know. They have a choice of whether they want to go or not. Because for me, I was, like, forced to go to church. I thought it was big poo the entire time. Like, we got the babies blessed. Like, even the baby. You know what I mean? So, like, it's just dumb. It's so dumb. For what? What was the purpose?
What was the purpose of what part?
All of it. What is the purpose of any of it?
It's supposed to be, the premise is be a good person. That's the premise. That's it.
You can
really
teach that
simple.
outside of church. I can teach that outside of church. We model that outside of church.
Atheists can teach that. It's a very teachable thing.
Right.
I'm not saying that you have to have organized religious setting to teach that, and that's the only way to teach that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying the fundamental aspects of all religions is that. Just be a good person. Be a good human.
So why do you need all the hoofla and the fluff to go with it?
What's
why
the
can't
fluff?
you just... The
What's
fluff
fluff?
is all of the stuff that goes with it.
I don't know, to brainwash people that can't understand, just be a good person. Like, there's clearly we live in a place where people don't understand, just be a good person. And just, they can hear that one sentence and just do it. So they have to have some other motivation to try to persuade them, trick them, connive them into being a good person. I can't speak for that. Because if somebody tells me just be a good person, I'm going to be like, okay, that makes sense, be a good person. There's other ways to teach that. You got karma, right?
Yeah.
That has nothing to do with religion. What? You're looking at me like I'm crazy, but it's really simple, and humans have made it very complicated. That's when the problems come.
So if you cape so hard for religion.
No, I don't.
But you are.
So
you're
hard
caping.
No, I'm not. Okay, to me, religion encompasses the Native Americans and whatever they do spiritually.
Spiritually.
Yeah. That sounds weird. That, to me, is encompassed in religion.
Yeah.
So when people say religion, I don't know, they're talking about, 3-4 major religions?
I mean, no, I don't think so. There's a lot of religions. But maybe they're just speaking of, like, the general ones, like Muslim and, like, Christianity and, I don't know.
Hindu.
Yeah.
Is that a religion?
Judaism? Judaism? I don't know. See, we are terrible at this.
No, we're not. It's all the same thing to me. Be a good person. It's simple. And I don't know. It's just, come on. It's so easy.
It's so easy.
Just be kind.
So,
what the hell?
So why don't you go to church then?
What do you say it again?
Why do you not go to church then?
Do I need it?
Are you a good person?
Yes.
Okay.
I try to be.
All right.
I don't know if that's just me and my personality or how I grew up. I don't know if it's because I grew up in church. I don't know.
It's definitely not
But
because of that.
Whatever. How do you know?
Because I know.
How do you know?
Because
there are plenty of...
It's because you have a brain.
There are plenty of people... Okay, there's plenty of people out there in the world who are doing the quote-unquote not good person thing.
Yeah.
And eventually found themselves to religion, Christianity, whatever have you, right?
There are plenty of people that are doing bad things now that still go to church every Sunday.
Yes. Okay.
I don't really feel like that is the gatekeeper of be a good person.
No one said that.
You were kind of saying that.
No, I just said that atheists can teach their people, their children, their coworkers, their family, friends, whoever.
Yeah.
I just try to be a good person.
There's actually studies on that recently.
So they're better at that.
Yeah, that say that non-religious people actually raise better children.
But what does non-religious people mean?
Like,
because I have talked to people who are non-religious,
yeah,
but they believe that there's something out there. You can look in the sky and be like, there's something out there.
Science.
Yes, there's nothing wrong with science.
Yeah.
But science as a whole, science doesn't teach you to be a good person. There's no arm of science that says be a good person.
I don't feel like you need to be taught to be a good person. I feel
Some people do. That's the point. A lot of people need to be taught to be a good person.
But that's environmental factors that would have them not doing that to begin with.
Right. You have these philanthropists from the U.S. and all these other colonized places, and they go to no name in Africa, or they go to some island, and they're giving people resources, and these little children, right?
Yeah.
In some small tribe in Africa doesn't have water, food, nothing, right?
Yeah.
They're giving them resources, and they're splitting it equally between all the people. And I'm talking 6, 7, 8, 9-year-olds.
Yeah.
And they're looking at them like, how are they able to do this and be content doing this? Mm-hmm. Because they don't see power isn't a factor for anybody.
It's a social construct.
Exactly. Nobody's fighting over power. So if no one's fighting over power, they're not fighting over resources.
Yeah.
Power is the problem.
So you're just telling me they haven't been introduced to religions?
Power in general.
Anyways.
I think you're making religion be bigger than it is, because
it's literally the cause of so many wars, so many families being destroyed, so many everything. What do you mean? I think I need to narrow it down. For me, it's not just religion, because I think that Christianity is actually very poo. Christianity for me is like top tier trash. Like I would rather be a witch than be a Christian. I think they have better values and better morals.
You think on paper they have better morals, or they're actually following their morals that are on paper better? That's two different things.
Maybe. I don't know. I have to look into that. I have to look into witching. Seems like a vibe. But I don't know. Christianity for me is trash. It's been trash. It's always going to be trash. And I think it's probably one of the most selfish organizations that I have ever seen.
Yeah, but there's different sections, different sectors and arms of that as a whole.
Yeah, there are. But I said what I said. I think that all of these, you know, you can go back to old times and wars and literally, even as you've seen in the last election, it was all behind Christianity, or with under the guise of Christianity, I should say.
Not all of it.
A lot of it.
I would say no, because
the Christian choice.
This is a second term for him. The first term, it was not religion. That was part of it. That's what they were masking it as, but it was sexism. Call it for what it was.
Christianity is sexist. How many churches do you know where they don't allow women to be?
Christianity is not the only religion that does that.
I understand that, but that one particularly rubs me a wrong way.
Because that's the one you're ingrained in.
No, it's the one I see all the time. Catholics are Christians.
Right.
They did some nasty things to little kids.
Okay.
Were you looking at me like I'm wrong?
I didn't say you were wrong.
Christianity in general has destroyed. It was a big underlying part in destroying the people that were already here, the indigenous people that were already here. It was a big part of trying to get slaves to listen, and you know what I'm saying? Like, Christianity is evil. Like, I feel that with my whole chest. Like, I really think it is evil.
I don't know. I think the people that just came over with that religion is the problem. It's not the religion that's the problem. It's like, to me, it's chicken and egg.
I understand what you're saying when you're saying the religion's not the problem, but when enough of the people become the problem, then that is now the problem.
The problem is the people.
But now that is what the people are latching onto. That is now associated with that. It is now the problem.
Okay, so you mentioned slavery or whatever, right?
Okay.
So if on Sundays, the plantation owner or whatever says on Sundays is our easy day, we can chill and we listen to scripture and blah, 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 blah.
Yes.
So that is the best part of their work week.
Okay.
So how is that bad?
Because they were also using it to create submission.
Creating submission by using that as a reward.
No, they were using it to teach.
You're not.
No, I know what you're saying.
Are you sure?
Yeah, we can talk about something else if you're going to get attitude. Because we've had these discussions offline, and you got a whole different vibe about it right now. So I'm getting irritated with you. Because now that you know the people that you might know or hear or be Christians or whatever, now you're caping for it.
No, you're not. No, I'm not caping for religion. Religion to me isn't like some mind-blowing human intellectual feat to me. Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's not. It's not that smart.
Okay. I know this.
The overall concept is not that brilliant to me.
Right.
It's overcomplicated, a simple way of life that humans should be following.
And they're not.
And we've seen civilizations in different tribes, whatever, different native peoples that can handle the simple fact of being a good person, right? Without having to be introduced to whatever major religion is out there. That's my point. It's bigger than that. Humans are bigger than that. But those religions have gotten so big, people have forced them to get so big that people think that they're bigger than they really are. They're not. All these major religions have been fighting with each other because they think one's right, they think one's right. I think they're all saying the same freaking thing and they don't understand that they're all just speaking different languages. To me, everyone looks stupid.
Okay.
This person's arguing, no, I'm right. This person's arguing, no, I'm right. The craziest part is neither knows if they're right or wrong. So both could be either right or wrong. That's crazy. That's craziness. I'm not over here caving for religion. I understand why humans have a spirituality, right?
Yeah.
Trying to understand the things that they can't comprehend. No living human knows what happens when people die.
Correct.
No living human knows what happens right before babies come, right?
Well, I mean, I watch Soul, so I feel like I have a good idea.
That's somebody's thought process.
Yeah, I'm not going to go kill somebody behind it. Like, oh, this sounds like a good idea. Let's cause a war over it.
Right. I'm not saying that that's right. I'm not excusing that.
But you kind of are saying that they're not all bad. They're not all this.
I'm saying they're all dumb.
But they're dumb.
I don't know. I do know, but I don't know. Humans they're arguing over the same stuff, especially in the Middle East. They're arguing over the same thing.
I mean, now they're arguing over land. I wouldn't even say this is like religious at this point.
Land it's the same land. They're arguing over the same thing. Their land.
Right.
But it's not theirs.
Correct.
Just like I'm saying.
That's the point. It's not their fucking land.
Exactly. It's the same with the religion. They're arguing this religion is right. These people, on the other hand, are arguing this religion's right. It's the same damn thing. It's the same damn land. They just have different names for it.
It's not the same land. That's the land that they're trying to now occupy. That wasn't their land to begin with.
We don't know whose land it is to begin with because people have originated there for the longest time. People have been fighting over that land since forever. Forever. Does that make sense?
No, because now it sounds like you're excusing what Israel is doing. We don't know whose land it is. They both sound dumb.
Okay. So you said after World War II, right? Or whatever.
Yeah.
The U.S. and France and Britain, right, too?
Okay.
Come over and they help basically handle that situation.
Yeah.
Free the Jewish people, right?
Yeah.
And they're like, okay, well, we need to give these people something.
Okay.
Right? So some magical person out, I don't know, some general, commander, I don't freaking know, somebody that thinks he's in charge is like, oh, well, you guys can have this land right here. And draws a big ring around, I don't know, wherever he thinks that they originated from or whatever, right? I don't know if the Jewish people are like, oh, we would like our holy land, our homeland back, right? The promised land. I don't know. Maybe.
Huh. So going back to what? What is the promised land? Why is it holy? What about it is...
Probably because that's where people have been the longest.
But why is it a promised land? Why is it a holy land? It's not a holy land.
If people have originated from there, then people would think it was sacred. That's not a hard concept.
It's kind of weird.
Why?
Because the only reason... Why do they think it's sacred? What about it is sacred? Isn't Jerusalem where Jesus is from?
I mean, it's connected stories, yes, yeah.
Yeah, because I remember Kim getting her kids baptized there. Because that whole thing.
Yeah, people visit and travel there on purpose because they think it's sacred. It is sacred to somebody.
Again.
Who's to say it's not?
Bro, you and I both know that shit is not sacred.
Well, you know my thoughts about human history anyway. I think that the Chinese dynasties are way cooler than that anyway because they date way, way earlier than all that stuff.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Nobody knows. That's the point.
You're just saying it's historic.
Yes.
It's historic.
Historic makes something sacred.
People go to visit. It's not sacred.
Mount Rushmore was sacred before they came and desecrated that shit. And they did all that on purpose because it was sacred to the natives that were there. Yes. Landmarks and land is sacred to some people. What are you saying?
It's not. It's not. It's not. All this is about religion, and all of it is stupid because now babies are getting killed and families are exchanging kids so they can keep their lineage going. Like, babies are in crumbles. They're getting bombed on both parts, right?
Okay.
So all of it's dumb because none of these people give a fuck about their kids or anybody else's kids. So honestly, I don't really care what they think or what they believe because they're trash. How do you not care about what happens to the babies?
They do. That's what Wait, which people? Who?
Anybody. Like, anybody that's sparring over this land. Like, how do these people that are bombing other countries sleep at night when knowing that they're harming other people's children?
They justify it just like these people justify the children at our border in cages.
Well, I'm also anti that too.
Well, obviously. But they justify it by, oh, well, this person was not doing the right thing. They could easily be like, this person is on this land that they're not supposed to be on. And that would help them sleep at night, just like you said. How do they sleep at night? That's easily. They just justify it. That they're doing something that's not being a good person.
Well, you know what
and they're being punished for it.
I believe in karma, and that is going to bite everybody in the ass.
For sure.
But at the same time, like, even with the babies at the border, like, it's sick. Like, how do you do that to a child? You know, I advocate and care for the babies. Not a good person. That's the point.
I know.
You just brought it back to what I'm saying. They're not good people. It's not under the guise of being a good person. It's not.
What's not?
Religion. It may have started out that way, but it's not.
That's what I'm saying. It's supposed to be. But it's not,
so I don't want to associate with it. I don't want to associate with anything.
I got you. I understand.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Yes. So it may have started out that way.
Okay, so here's the same type of thing. If everyone who has an abundant amount of money is an asshole person, you're going to distance yourself from having an exorbitant amount of money?
But they're not all assholes. I'm not associating money
Neither is everybody in the church setting.
But here's the thing, is that that's what these practices have come down to. That is what teachings have come down to, is to not being a good person. Whether it started out that way or not. Whether it started out that way or not. People are using Christianity as a way to
justify not being a good person.
Correct.
Yes, that's wrong.
But that's what I'm saying. So that's not really comparable situations with money and with religion, because now they are using that as a crutch to not be a good person. Like, oh, well, it's against my religion to believe in this.
People do the same thing with money.
No, it has nothing. It's not a belief. It's not a belief system.
It's a way of life. It's just.
No, it's not. It's not. It's two completely different things. People don't dedicate their whole life
to get money. They absolutely do.
Getting money. But money is an object. It's not. It's tangible.
It's a means to an end. So is religion. It's a means to an end. Yes, it is.
Then it needs to end.
No, they're doing all this stuff because of a potential end. Everybody knows that humans don't last forever. They're going to die.
Right. So we already have that figured out. Being religious is not going to keep you alive any longer. So what is the motherfucking point?
Right.
Money might keep you alive longer because you could pay your hospital bills. You could pay for the best doctors. You could pay for the best treatment. Money might keep you alive longer. Religion is not going to.
People believe that religion is going to keep you alive longer after you die.
They don't know that.
No one does. That's the point.
But money will keep you alive longer, and we know that. We've seen that. We've seen systemic everything when it comes to poverty.
Right, right.
So having money is going to keep you alive longer than religion will.
I'm not arguing that.
You're arguing that they're comparable, and they're not.
No, you said the majority of people that you've seen that engage in religious activity are not the type of people that you want to even be lumped into the religion.
Correct.
That's what I said. So if a majority of people are getting a stupid amount of money, these billionaires, that clearly aren't the best people, are they the best people? The only way that you're getting an exorbitant amount of money is by cheating somebody else, one way or another, at some point.
Maybe.
No, absolutely.
You feel like Beyonce and her millions and billions cheated somebody else?
Beyonce probably didn't have a childhood that she wants to have. She made a Netflix special about how much she wishes she could go to a HBCU.
She still can. She can most definitely go back and get her degree.
And not at the time she wanted to do that.
But that was her choice.
That's not her choice.
It wasn't her choice. She was an adult. She could have... There's plenty of...
No. What do you mean? Her parents put her in the position that they put her in.
Yeah.
It's not new news.
Yeah. And at 18 years old, she could have been like, you know what? Meg got her degree while she was doing her music thing. What are you talking about?
Who?
Meg Thee Stallion.
Okay.
So you're telling me that Beyonce didn't have the opportunity?
To what? She didn't know that was a thing at the time. I can tell just by watching that special.
Yeah.
That she wishes she could have gone back and done all the HBCU stuff in during her college years, right? Okay. Instead of doing whatever she was doing, which touring, singing, working, making an exorbitant amount of money.
So she should have done it.
Okay, maybe she's religious and she was honoring her mother and father. Like,
her
what do you
bad.
mean? Yeah, that's her bad.
That's a dumb religious mistake.
Okay.
Your parents don't always know what's popping. You know that. I know that.
Parents don't know what's best for you because the time is moving too fast for them to even know anyway.
Correct. Parenting's trash. Circling back to last week. It's too hard. Can't do it. But I do know that religion is not going to ever have me out here choosing the unknown over what my kids are to me. It's not supposed to.
It's not supposed to.
But it does.
First of all, you're not even supposed to be judging other people. First of all, you're not even supposed to be judging your own family. You're not supposed to be judging other humans. It's not your job. The craziest part is like that's like a foreign concept to people. Like you're not supposed to be judging a bunch of people. Especially because the people doing the most judging, guess what? They got the most stuff to be judged on anyway.
Yeah.
All of that's in the books. All of them.
I didn't subscribe.
Well, because the people who know that read that part of the book and they don't agree with that part of the book, they're like, man.
That's in the Old Testament.
Maybe I'm not understanding that part right. They're going to leave that part out.
No, you can see it now, today. When people that, you know what I mean? Like, you can't wear, sheep's wool. You can't.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's all in the Old Testament. They're like, oh, no, that's old. We have the New Testament now. We don't have to follow that one.
But but why were those traditions a thing? Like, that's just what the people believed?
I don't know.
Like, I don't even know why you're not supposed to wear white after Labor Day. What is that about? I don't know.
Honestly, because it's just fashion faux pas.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know, man. We have other topics to talk about.
Yeah, we do, because you're fake. What
do you feel like I'm not saying that I've said before? Off air.
How you feel about Christianity? You didn't bring up your talk you gave in church that,
I said that 3 times. Humans are not supposed to be judging other humans. Humans are not supposed to be judging other humans.
Okay, so why don't you go to church now?
Okay. Do I need it? I don't feel like I personally need it.
Because why?
Because I already know that I'm trying to be a good person.
But that's not all people go to church for. They go to, like, fellowship and...
family. They need family. They want... Yes.
Yeah.
They're lonely. I don't know. That's fine. That's good. I'm glad there's a church home for people.
No, because then you got people like Paige on TV talking about her stupidity is God's will. Like, where do we draw the line? At what point is it too much? And here's the cool part about it. Is everybody could go to church, and I'm going to be like, I think it's a little dumb. Not for me, but whatever, do you, right?
Okay.
But if I don't want to go to church, and I don't want to do this, and I want to just be a good person without all of the hoopla and shenanigans, then it's, a heathen, this, that, and the third. Like, Jezebel. Ugh. You know what I mean?
All
like
judgment. That's all judgment. Humans
from the people that think I need to be going to church. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I distance myself from anybody involved.
I've said I know what you're saying. That's humans are judging other humans that are not supposed to be. Simple as that. I understand. That's a simple concept too.
I know.
That would rub me the wrong way too. If like someone's approaching me with something and they're like, "Oh, I think you should check this out," and then I'm like, no, I'm cool," and they're like, "Oh, that's why." It was the same. You know what I mean? The dude's trying to holler at the girls, and they're like, "Oh well."
But you ugly though.
Yeah, like it's the same energy. Like,
right.
That's dumb.
It's dumb.
It's not what you're supposed to be doing. Simple. What you want me to say? You want me to say?
Your son's playing the guitar.
You want me to say that Black people in the U.S. really shouldn't associate with anything that remnants of slavery?
I feel that way about Native people. I feel that way about Native people and Christianity. I don't feel like Natives should be Christian. And I'm saying that with my whole chest. I really don't feel like Native people as a whole should be Christian.
Okay, but
I feel like it has brought more harm than good to the community. Bring harm to the community and the culture. I feel like Christianity has damaged Native Americans in a way that created genocide, and like those beliefs created genocide. They did, because they took away families, they pushed people off lands, all under the name of religion and Christianity, and they put the kids in schools where they had to learn a new language, and it was all under the guise of religion. Native Americans have beautiful beliefs, and even when it comes to being lesbian and gay, like it was 2 spirits, right? So you believe you have masculine and feminine energy, and that's just what it was, right? It equates to somewhat being transgendered. Mm-hmm. And it was never a thing. Those people were just labeled 2 spirits, and they were able to live their life, and
kept it pushing.
They had a different responsibility to the tribe, right? Here comes Christianity. Blows it all up. Takes away their religious beliefs. Punishes them for not believing in it. No. Well, you're shaking your head no.
It's not. It's chicken and the egg. It's not Christians.
The chicken was already here.
It's not Christians that came over. It's people came over who happen to be Christian. You can put any major religion onto these people that come over to the Americas, and it's going to happen the same way. It has nothing to do with whatever organized religion this is. What happens is you're saying this because the people came over and they did what they did. They knew it was wrong. Deep down inside, they knew what they're doing is wrong.
Correct, because that's what they were taught, right?
They knew what they're doing is wrong to the islanders and the Africans, all the slaves. They knew what they were doing was wrong.
Correct.
The way that they justified it so they could sleep at night was using their religion. So they were saying, oh, these people weren't doing what they're supposed to be doing spiritually, right? Mm-hmm. So it is our duty to help them get on the right track. It was only to help them sleep at night. It wasn't because they really wanted. It's not because they really wanted Native Americans to be.
You sound crazy right now.
You're not even okay. Cool. This goes back to our conversation about communication. So what are you taking away from what I'm saying?
that you're excusing their behaviors on behalf because
Wrong.
they didn't know any better. That's what it sounds like. It sounds
Who
like you're
didn't know any
excusing.
better?
It sounds like you're excusing their
I
behaviors.
just said that they knew that what they were doing is wrong. So how that's not me.
It sounds like you're excusing the behaviors.
Behaviors of what?
What they
All
were
of it.
doing, all of it, because they felt they were doing the right thing because of religion.
That's what helped them sleep at night. Yes.
Fuck them.
Well, obviously, but I'm telling you why what happened.
Right, and that's why I choose not to associate with anything that.
But you're blaming but you are blaming religion. You're not blaming the people who are using the religion the wrong way. That's my point. That was it. That summed it up. You're blaming the religion when I know for a fact that the religion and its premise is the same as all the freaking human religions that are out there. It's not the religion's fault. It is these bad humans manipulating the religion and then manipulating the other people by using what their manipulated religion. Does that make sense or not?
No.
It's the people who are bad. It's not the religion. It's the people.
Right.
There are good Christian people. There are good Muslim people. There are good,
There are.
Right.
And they don't rely on their religion as a way to be a good person. Does that make sense?
It's not.
They are
for
good
that.
people who are Christian. There are good people who are Muslim.
Right, but you're labeling all the bad people. You're not saying there are bad people who are Christian.
Because they're the majority. The majority. If things are the majority, then what is it?
All right, check this out. You can interpret these old archaic books however you want to interpret them, right? Some people are going to go to whatever scripture, they're going to clip whatever part that says kill the infidels, right?
Yeah.
And that's going to be their life mission. They're going to go wherever they can and they're just going to destroy everybody who's not practicing what they're practicing, right?
Yeah,
that's
that sums up religion.
Huh?
That sums up religion.
That sums up a portion of somebody's interpretation of multiple religions.
Okay.
Now, there are other people who interpret these archaic books other ways.
Yeah.
Like, love your neighbor, treat people the way you're supposed to. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there are people who go to those parts of those books too. It's not just the other.
Where are they at,
extreme.
though?
They're everywhere. You just don't hear about them because they're just chilling, living life.
No, I don't hear about them because I don't encounter them very often. I don't encounter that type of religious person very often.
You don't know that because they're just going by doing their day-to-day thing. They're just living their life day to day. What do you want them to do? What do you want them to do?
What do you mean what I want them to do?
Like what do you want them to do? How can they show you that you're interacting with more good people on a day-to-day basis? We have masks on right now. People can't even smile at each other anymore. Well, you can, but nobody's going to see anybody smiling at each other. If you're just walking by, oh, hey, have a good day. I don't know. How are they supposed to show you that they're good people? It's easy to show people that you're a bad person, right?
It's easy to show people that you're a good person.
It's what?
It's easy to show people that
How?
you're a good person.
How?
By just doing good things.
Which is what?
What do you mean?
On a day-to-day basis, you're going to the store, right? And you said this lady was acting an ass. So?
She's probably Christian.
What? Oh my God. What are the good people doing that's showing you that they're good people?
Being good people.
Okay, so
bringing food to the homeless.
Perfect.
Dropping out. I saw this one guy.
Yes,
You saw him too. He just got out his car, got some blankets, and dropped them off to the guy that was wandering around the street.
Thank you. Right.
He's not Christian.
How you you don't know that,
Yes, I
bro?
do.
What are you saying?
He's not.
Anymore?
Maybe he got away from that cult.
I understand your disdain.
Do you?
I do. I absolutely do. What are you saying? I'm not smart enough to understand your disdain? Come on.
I didn't say that you weren't smart
That's
enough.
how you're
I
looking
just
at
know
me right
our
now.
conversations offline go different than what you're portraying them now.
You're not even, that's not true at all.
Yes, it is.
What new information am I adding right now? I would like to know.
The fact that I have never heard you before ever say that these people were using religion as a way to sleep at night. That is the first time I've ever heard you say that shit.
tripping.
No, I'm not.
When we talk about, yes, our conversations about these 1800s and slavery and stuff.
Yeah.
I've said that multiple times.
No, you
Yes.
said that they were using church as a way in scripture and song.
To manipulate them to do what they needed them to do.
To use that as a way to
Cope.
communicate hidden messages, Underground Railroad. They were using that
Yes.
as a way to...
The slaves were.
Correct.
Right,
Using
right.
it as a way to escape communicate in code.
Yes.
While still looking like they were following what they were being taught, right?
Yes, because that was the most lenient part of their day-to-day aspects.
Right.
Sundays they could do that.
Okay.
So we've had this conversation.
Correct, and it never went like this. That's what I'm saying.
How's it going?
It was going like you understand why they used it at the time. You understand why they used Christianity at the time because they used it in their favor, right? To communicate hidden messages, to be able to go to other plantations and communicate that message as well in code, right?
That's not okay. You're talking about like Nat Turner.
Yes.
That's not how he started off. He really believed what was in those books. Because he's reading the whole books. And he sees the parts that, like I'm saying, be a good person.
But you've never communicated that part to me before. I have
too.
No, you haven't.
All right.
Because I wouldn't even brought it. Because now I'm embarrassed.
Why are you embarrassed?
Because now you sound like one of them. Like now you sound like
whom?
You're excusing the behaviors based off religion because people don't know any better. They know the fuck and better.
You keep saying I said that. I never said that. I never said.
It's recorded.
I never said that they don't know it. I literally said that they know exactly what they're doing. That's the exact opposite of what you're saying.
And they're using religion as a way to excuse it.
Justify it.
Yeah.
That's what I said. It's in here.
I don't want to be part of anything that even allows that wiggle room.
I understand that. But I know how big the whole massive thing is that it can't be separated. Because I know that all of these things are all related. All the major religions, as different as people think they are because they want to fight over them, they want to kill each other over them, I know that how similar they are. So if it's big enough to be divided like that, then it's big enough, then Christianity is big enough for me to divide it the way that I'm dividing it. I know you don't want anything to do with it, but that's because of the people that you've seen practicing it wrong.
But that's the majority of what I've seen, is what I'm saying. So if that's the majority and that's the regular,
that's the majority of what you've seen.
Good, but I've seen good come out of it too.
That's not the majority of what I've seen.
I would probably differ with you on that.
Yeah, that's fine.
But one thing I'm glad that we can agree with is that we co-parent and like we have differing religious views, but we like I don't feel like that's ever been a factor in raising our kids.
Here's the thing. To me, the world is a completely different place. Mm-hmm. Technology is crazy from even when we were kids.
Yeah.
I don't think these kids are really sitting and spending the time thinking about, oh, what happens when we die? You think little kids are thinking that? No, because their attention is being diverted purposely to these other things anyway. They don't have time to think about that. They're not thinking about that. Are they? Some of them?
Throwing Lines is a product of Downey Digital.
All right, peeps, and we are back. Got a little heavy there.
We can talk about religion another day.
Yeah, that's fine.
It can be a whole new podcast.
A whole new podcast or a whole just different side section?
Podcast. No, we could do a whole like episode on religion.
Yeah, that's it.
Why it's Basura.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. We got here from current events. From what's going on in the Middle East.
Yeah.
I'm sure a lot of people, I'm sure if you're not living under a rock, then you've seen something about the situation because it's making the headlines now. So do some research out there.
You know what I've been thinking about frequently with this whole... We had a doctor for the baby.
Oh, yes,
and I think about him several times a day now because I really, really liked him as a doctor for the baby. I felt like he paid attention. He referred us to a whole bunch of different people for him. And then one day I went to the doctor and he was like, he's moving back to Israel. And basically, what did they say they were going to be?
They're basically like caravanning.
Yeah. And he was going to be the doctor for the caravan.
Yeah.
And I think about this a lot now because I'm like, okay, like, is he okay? Is he with his family? Like, was it a guy's? Did they know they were going to war? I don't know. Like, I've been thinking about that a lot the last few days.
I don't know.
I'm really curious now. But let me find out that he's back in the office or something and I didn't even know about it.
Oh my gosh. Anyways, what other news?
Not with you. You always gotta have your...
Have my what?
your good devil, bad devil shoulder going on. What?
You can hear all that on the mic.
Oh, I was getting to my next thing.
Oh, my fault.
Let's talk about basketball.
Good devil, bad devil.
Yeah.
No, just humans. Humans are not that bright, and I understand it from a broad perspective that humans are not that smart.
For me, it's like, are you a piece of poo or are you a good person? And that's really all I need to know. I don't need to know the deeper behind it is how you're acting now.
But it sounds like you are because you're connecting them to some other entity. You're trying to figure out why they are a terrible person.
Why they exist. That's what I try to figure out.
Oh,
why do we allow these shenanigans to continue?
Basketball, my love, basketball.
Speaking of also, why do we allow these shenanigans to continue?
So we started the play-in?
Yes.
Or it's about to end today. Today's the last day.
I think so.
What's the game on? What are we doing? Why are we recording right now? I'm just kidding.
Don't act like you a whole new person on the podcast. Let's go watch basketball, said Brian. Never, guys. Never. Anyways.
So go ahead and cover the segment. Cover the basketball since,
I don't really need to cover the basketball situation because we just need to talk about the big baby.
The big baby that busted the game winner when he saw 3 rims?
I saw 3 rims.
He got poked in the eye, bro.
He did get poked in the eye by Draymond, which is, already a little shaky. I love Draymond in the Bay, but Draymond looks like he doesn't wash his hands completely all the time. Man, he does not wash for 30 seconds with warm water. I already know it. I can tell.
So why everybody clowning this man for saying he saw 3 rims? He could have kept that to himself.
He could have kept that to himself. We don't care. Like, honestly, the way okay, here's why. Because, 10 years ago, 11 years ago, I got my whole orbital socket blown out, right? Don't make that face. It was an accident, you guys. We were roughhousing. I told you I'm the oldest of all the boys. And I caught a knee to my face. And it busted out I had to have surgery. I have a plastic piece in my face. And I didn't writhe on the floor for as long as LeBron did after getting poked in the goddamn eye. I didn't even know it was busted like that until, a few days later.
That's just strategy. He's just trying to get him some breathing.
That's why I call him the big baby. He's a big baby.
For being a strategist?
I saw 3 rims.
Oh,
Yuck Mouth needs to do a remix. Like, he need a hug. He really...
Here you go.
No, there's one thing I cannot stand in basketball, and that is LeBron James. Because I feel like he is a big crybaby.
All right.
I feel like he's a cheater. And I mean, he's a cheater.
He flopping acting?
Yeah.
That's
flippy flopping. Him and AD. The biggest flippity floppers out there.
Okay.
Should have took the knees out. Let me tell that story.
Oh, my God.
Anthony Davis literally almost ran right into my stroller with the baby in it at Disneyland one time. And he walked in when we were leaving, and he literally, when he's hella tall. But he's also just very... I believe him falling all over the court. I don't really believe that he's flopping that much because he really is oblivious to what is going on around him. I don't know if it's because he's so tall. I don't know if he just doesn't see right. I don't know if he's that far down very well. But he really almost took out the baby in the stroller. And last playoffs, I was kind of wishing that I did hit him in the knees a little bit harder. But
you got to control.
Those two are so ag. So ag. I saw 3 rims. Shut up. And I shot for the middle one. Go away.
I mean, that's smart.
For what?
Shoot for the middle one. He could have left all that out.
He could have left all of that out. Anyways, they got the 7th seed.
Yeah, he slapped that.
He did.
He did.
I'm not going to deny that. Warriors look like the Nuggets at the end of that game. Just giving up all the plays. But it's okay because I don't care. My team's number 3.
Oh, my
God. Number 3 seed, okay? But why don't you talk about basketball? Since you watch it now.
Wow. Now we got other stuff to get to.
Like what?
We talked for a whole hour about...
why religion needs to be banished.
Sure. No, I'm waiting.
But we're not putting that in there, so we got other things to talk about.
It's Friday. I'm trying to get to the music.
Okay. Speak on it. Go.
Speak on the music, huh?
Yes.
All right. So we got new music Fridays. Got a couple different things popped up. One of the things I am liking about these new releases is that, I've noticed that people have started releasing tracks early in the week.
Early, yeah.
Also.
Yeah.
So back in the day, it used to be like Tuesday new music, right?
Yes.
So
Super Tuesday.
Cool little nostalgic vibe there.
Yeah.
So a bunch of stuff dropped like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday even. But yeah, we got a new album from Mozzie and YG. I had to spin that one first. They got
this song with Ty Dolla is my favorite. I love it. I love the whole vibe.
Yeah, it's slapping. It's slapping. And their cover, they got the little
belly.
Yeah. The little belly.
I'm surprised you knew that.
Cover. Me?
Yeah. That doesn't look like a movie that you consumed.
I mean, it's not really a movie that I was supposed to be watching as a kid. I'm not that old. That movie
was not. I mean, yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was.
I consumed it as a child.
That movie's 90s.
Yeah.
You wasn't supposed to be watching that. Neither was I.
I was not supposed to be watching it more than you were not supposed to be watching it.
Why is that?
What?
Why is that?
You already know. Christianity.
Christianity, or just you was just infatuated with who was on the screens?
My boo DMX.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Anyways. What other music did you hear?
A lot actually. Let me pull it up because I posted it all. Oh, okay, wait. I found this this one.
You're laughing already.
Yeah, because I was so confused. I sent it to you. It was this he's black, but he...
Oh, no. We're not putting that on here. No,
I'm putting it on here because I want to talk about it. About how I was so confused. You guys.
No. What? No.
What's his name? Aaron? I think it's Aaron. Ayron. Aaron Jones. It's called Child of the State, and he kind of looks a little, like he just did a bit or something on the cover.
No, he doesn't.
Child of the State. I was confused. I'm like, okay, what is this? I did not see that it said rock on there. Let me tell you, you guys, hold on. I was confused. But anyways, that was my music mess up. It was a lot. But...
Yeah, you sent that to me and I was like, what is this?
I didn't know, but I wanted you to be surprised like I was because I thought it was about to be... It was not. It was not at all. I don't know. I listened to... What's this girl's name? Zoe Weiss? I don't know.
Babe, what is this music takes right now?
I don't know. I wanted to know about her.
God.
Well, the coolest thing that I discovered in the music, the coolest drop of all, is that I have an updated iPhone, like with the beta on it, and I have now Apple Digital Master.
Ooh.
So getting Tidal app out of the paint.
No,
because
not even close.
you tried it. Did you listen? You didn't even listen. You didn't listen to my phone.
It's not like Tidal's mastered.
It's mastered. Not. Yes, because okay, so just an FYI, Apple tips are coming. I don't know if you guys have the beta, but it says Apple Digital Master start from 24-bit files and are optimized to bring the best sounding audio to Apple products. And then you can
walking
Apple ad.
Talking Apple ad.
Well, speaking of Apple ad, let's talk about how the new AirPod Pros are Basura, but
yeah, I don't know nothing about
I don't know. They're pretty bad. Anyways, not a keeper. What are your music takes? What else did you go out? I was just talking about things that I found. Young M.A. Off the Yak. That's a story about me. But I don't have any bitches.
I saw that one, but I didn't listen.
I listened a little bit. It's literally, the whole album is about Hennessy. Not quite Hennessy and bitches.
Why
she got a lot of Hennessy. That's what it's talking about. Off the Yak.
No, it's just cognac.
Because there's a song on here called Hennied Up.
She could be talking about.
There's literally a song called Hennied Up on here.
Well, I tried.
It's Young M.A. She's definitely not the Henny.
I'm sure she's drank.
Does she use the pronouns she? Are we misgendering her? I don't know. Possibly.
I don't think so.
Okay, well, there we are. My bad. You're probably right.
I'll have to give that a spin.
Did you listen to Benny the Butcher? I definitely did not listen to that.
No, not yet.
Not ever for me. It's a no for me, dog.
What? Stop, man.
I don't do it.
Come on, man.
I'd rather listen to this K-pop album.
We're not doing that.
Okay.
We're not doing any of that. Yeah, I was hoping there would be some more R&B come out, but there wasn't.
I sent you like 3 albums. You probably didn't even play them.
Yeah, nah.
Okay, cool. I won't send you anything.
No, it's cool. I just haven't played it yet. Dang.
There's like 4. There's like 4 R&B. And then Masego.
That's an old album.
Is it really?
Yes.
It's the extended version?
I don't even know how you saw that, but...
It's on my new music.
No big deal.
It's Apple.
I don't know how to pronounce these names anyway, so...
What about Pusha Ice-T?
No, I ain't listened to it yet.
Why?
I was listening to YG and Mozzie, man.
The whole night. The whole day. That's all you've been listening to.
I was listening to... that
Were you listening to Twerkulator?
That Trackstar remix. Yeah, I was listening to that Twerkulator too. I'm trying to go to the skating rink. Let's go.
I'm not trying to go to the skating rink with that song.
Oh, it's a fire idea?
Huh?
A club.
Strip club skating rink?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That probably exists.
We should do it.
No, that probably exists.
We should find one and go.
That's a fire idea.
I know. They probably have that.
They don't.
Or skate night at the strip club.
Where are you going to skate? Around the...
Yes. Bowl? We could do it.
You're giving too much info. If it's not a thing, somebody going to steal your idea.
We got to Google it before you put it on the podcast.
Oh, my gosh.
What about the new Lil Nas X song?
No, did you hear that? I did not. I'm kind of cool. This is last shenanigans. He's extra.
Oh, come on. Don't be a puss. What do you mean last shenanigans? Literally, that was just marketing.
Yeah, this is the shenanigans. I don't need, like, if you're talented, just rock with the talent.
But he could be talented. He's basically just shoving it into these Christian people's faces.
That's fine. So it's not for me, because I'm not super Christian, so that ain't for me. So I'm not the target audience on this. Whatever.
What about Future? Future's new song?
I did hear that. I didn't like it at all.
You didn't?
No.
You're toxic. I'm surprised.
Here you go.
Said... Tell Steve Harry, I don't want her.
You sound like a bitter little...
He do. He sounds like Drake. Whole ass crybaby over these girls. He just, he projects it a little more manly. A little more misogynistically.
Oh my God, here you go.
What?
So what else? What else are you trying to get to?
You the one that wanted to go to the music so bad and you ain't have nothing to say about the music.
I was just trying to liven up the mood. What are you talking about? That's whatever.
YG and Mozzie.
Yeah.
400.
Yeah.
Oh, every time I say that, I'm going to have a funny story about that.
Was that right?
Yeah, from work, remember?
Oh, anyways, yeah.
Yeah.
Tripping.
I just realized they spelled community service with a K, and that's funny to me.
How do you just realize that?
Because I wasn't, I don't know.
You just used to that. That ain't no thing.
Did you listen to the song with Tyga?
Yeah, I didn't like it at all.
No.
No, did you?
I didn't listen to it.
No.
I haven't listened to this album yet, actually. I was kind of bouncing around to, singles and different albums. I didn't listen to it yet.
It's cool.
I like Mozzie a lot. YG has this, hit or miss for me. I think YG is, a super appropriator, honestly, sometimes.
Huh? Super appropriator of what?
Of Hispanic culture.
How
do you feel about that? That's where you want
to go?
No, how do you feel about that?
Oh, if you want to talk about that, we can talk about Kendall Jenner with her 818 tequila.
Yeah.
That's trash.
Yeah, it is. I don't know if it's just my native side but I really appreciate and really mess with the Hispanic culture and their beliefs and just that whole Latinx.
Yeah. Yeah,
I really do. I think their traditions are beautiful. I really like Dia de los Muertos in a respectful way. I really I don't know, I just really, really like it. And the whole sombrero thing to me.
Okay.
It's a little wild.
To me, it's you got two different sides of the spectrum.
Yeah.
You've got Floyd Mayweather, whose opponents are Hispanic.
Yeah.
And he comes to the ring in sombrero.
Antagonizing them.
He comes in a sombrero with,
his poncho.
Hispanic music playing and ponchos and just taunting. But I don't think that's the energy. That's not the energy that YG has.
I think I agree with you. I think I agree with you that he definitely, I think he also the same way, he respects them and, messes with, him and Nipsey did a whole song about that, basically. Yeah. But, I don't think being in LA excuses...
I'm just saying,
that's just the culture, right? Yeah.
He's grown up in it as much as he's grown up in, I don't know, African-American culture. He's, you know what I'm saying? And like you were saying, it's cool. I don't know. But are you asking me if somebody might be offended that he's on there? We got a rap video with Mariachi band? Maybe. Yeah. That's for them to
or maybe,
say.
But is he or is he? Yeah, it's not my place to say either. That's why I was asking you about your opinion on it. But I don't know.
If it's offending somebody and he's made aware of that, then I don't think he should do that anymore. But on the same side, he probably has Hispanic partners that are oh yeah, it's cool, whatever. Yeah. I don't know. I can't speak on it.
Me either. I was just wondering if you felt the way about it or if you thought anything about it. No. It's not my place to say. But Kendall Jenner, she got to go with
that's a hot mess. They're on her helmet talking about this is disrespectful.
It is disrespectful. It's disrespectful to migrant field workers. It's disrespectful to a whole entire culture of tequila. You know what I mean?
No, she is partnered with a brand that is
Pepsi. No, remember when she tried to save the world with Pepsi?
Yeah, that's a hot mess. No, I'm talking about she is the tequila brand is a real mom and pop tequila brand, in Mexico.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it is helping there, you know. But I don't know how much she's, like, kicking back for them. Like, if she's, like, giving them 10% of, like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't, you know. I'm sure she didn't go into a business decision where she's not going to make the lion's share.
Yeah, but the thing is that so say I partner with a tequila brand and, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't need, if I'm Kendall Jenner and I have a following and I have people that follow me from the show, from my modeling career, like she's a legit model.
Just period. She
can go in there and without the extra, the braids and without the poncho and the hat.
She's got a costume on.
She could have done all of that.
Right.
She could have promoted them and promoted the liquor and done all of that without that part of it. She didn't need to dress in costume for that.
Now, but some people would say, going back, they would say that YG's doing the same thing.
Yes. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's like a thin line. I think, but there's a difference between showing appreciation. Like, I feel like YG clearly appreciates.
Yeah, for sure.
A mariachi the way you and I do without.
Right.
But we don't need to dress up like it. We don't need to. So it's like, where's the line?
True. That's a good point.
He could have had the mariachi on there without dressing up as the mariachi.
But can you?
He definitely could have shown respect to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Well, think about the high school in Vegas that has their own mariachi, right?
Right.
You don't have the people showing up to the mariachi in mariachi unless they are part of it.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, you probably shouldn't have done all that.
Yeah.
But Kendall's definitely over here just trying to make a buck.
Kendall definitely is trying to make... Well, Kris Jenner was behind the deal. It was a lot of bucks. I don't know. I just don't know why they can't get it right. Like, do you think she would have learned from the Pepsi situation?
No, I think they should do it on purpose. Because to them, at this point, all publicity is good publicity to them. They'll be doing stuff just to do stuff. And they don't care whose feathers or ruffles, what community they're upsetting. Like, just to get them back in the news because that equates to dollars in the long term anyway.
Yeah, I used to really stand the Kardashians, but now...
That's a hot mess.
I did. Not just... I mean, well, Kimberly for obvious reasons. But...
What
and
obvious
I still...
reasons? What obvious reasons?
Kim's a bad bitch. Period.
Which one? Which face?
Stop it.
1, 2, 3,
all of them.
4, 5.
All the faces of fire.
Ah.
So for me, I don't know. I really liked... And I really, really do appreciate Kris as a businesswoman, and I feel like she's top tier when it comes to making deals and making moves and but I don't know, like the older I get, I'm just like, this is not that cool, this isn't that cool, just post your pictures and go. But I think Kim's been doing stuff on the back end that's cool, you know what I mean? Kim's been doing a lot of, what's the word for it, I don't want to say it's activism because I don't really feel like it's activism, but she's been using her voice to help people.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think that's cool. But
yeah, I don't know how much of that is the Kanye effect, but sure.
What do you mean the Kanye effect?
She wasn't doing that before him.
What are you talking about? Kanye's off his rocker on the opposite end.
No. I'm talking about she wasn't doing that stuff before she was with Kanye.
Before she had mixed babies?
Well, that's before she was with Kanye.
Yeah.
So, but that's, I mean...
it's growth, right? It's learning, it's growth.
True.
I can't say that I was the complete same before, but that's everybody. That's a human flaw. It doesn't affect you until it affects you, right? For the most part.
Yeah, true.
There are things that you wouldn't have even looked at until we had a special needs child the same way.
Oh, very true.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, but I'm not, yeah, very true.
But no, now you see though, but I can give you an example of like where we're in the store and we're like, I mean, God, these kids are bad as hell. Like, what is wrong with this child? Until we had a special needs child that had neurological and sensory and development issues, and we're like, now we're not so judgy. True. Well, I'm a little judgy on the kids that are screaming and throwing fits in the store because you don't know their backstory.
Yeah.
So I think that personal experiences change everybody's viewpoint on things. But anyways, on to TV. I haven't watched Jocelyn yet. I don't know, but we watched
ATL Baddies.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. It's pretty bad. Tanisha is still the funniest person in the world.
It was horrible from the title screen with the green screen cut out. It was bad from the jump.
Yeah. Zeus really has to get their intros together because even the Chance one was like terrible.
Yeah, what's her name? Tanisha?
Yeah, Tanisha's funny.
She had me weak. She had me
funny.
rolling. Yeah, that show's a hot mess.
It really is. I'm still going to watch it.
Of course you are.
Yeah.
You're a mess.
You're probably going to watch Dre's show.
No.
Yeah, right.
What, man? I like to watch
Wholesome
real
TV.
wholesome TV.
You don't watch anything wholesome. When's the last thing that you watched that was wholesome?
Wholesome. Well, you stopped watching This Is Us with me, so.
That shit was sad.
Wholesome.
I didn't want to.
Wholesome.
It was sad. Honestly, truly. Like, when I'm watching TV or when I'm reading, like, I want to be entertained. Like, my life is sad enough.
It was entertaining.
It was sad. I was, like, literally crying every episode. And I don't want to. That's not what I watch TV for.
Yeah, I feel it. That's not what I watch TV for either.
Yeah, it was sad. I couldn't do it. We didn't even get through the whole first season because I was like, this is like ruining my like. No, we didn't.
Oh,
I didn't.
Well.
Like, this is messing with my mental well-being.
All I know is I watched Love, Death, and Robots.
What is that?
Part 2. It's like some different animated shorts.
Yeah.
About like robots and weird tech stuff.
Yeah.
And this is season 2.
Yeah.
And it was horrible. It was really bad.
You watched the whole season?
It was super bad.
I watched a lot of TV.
They're like 15, 20-minute episodes.
Oh, okay.
And this one, and season 1 was like long. It was like 11 or 12 shorts or something.
Yeah.
And season 2 was like 6 or 7. I was like, this is trash. And they were bad. And I was like, what? They should just kept that. Netflix should have just kept that. Trash. I was mad. But I do gotta peep that Zack Snyder today.
Oh yeah, that came out today.
The Zack Snyder Army of the Dead or something. Maybe it's Army of the Dead. But the Vegas Zombies.
Is it the Vegas Zombies?
Yes. Yeah. I gotta peep that.
Yeah, I was intrigued by that too, just because the commercial went like from one thing to. It was like.
Yeah, the trailer was weird.
It was crazy.
We'll see how that turns out.
Yeah.
You didn't even watch your Michael B. Jordan stuff on Amazon Prime yet.
Didn't. That's how much TV I don't watch. Is I didn't even watch Michael B. Jordan.
It's a movie.
Oh yeah, see,
Yeah.
it's still on the TV.
But it's a movie.
But it's on the TV.
But it's a movie.
But it's on the TV.
Well, movies are on the TV now.
I'm all the TV that you need. Fine.
I'm just kidding.
Wow, I hate it.
When are we gonna watch that?
Which one? The zombies or the?
You aren't finna watch the zombies.
I'm sure the fuck not.
It's gonna be super bloody. It's like people with chainsaws cutting people up. Like,
That's
yeah.
disgusting.
I mean, it's cool.
I don't need that in my mental. There's something else I wanted to say and I don't remember what it was.
About what? TV?
I don't know. I don't remember.
ATL Baddies. I didn't know that one girl. What's her name? The main girl that put it all together.
Natalie?
I didn't know Natalie was black. She over here dropping N-bombs and stuff. I'm like,
She's black.
She looks Hispanic.
She's black.
All right, whatever. That's
She's
fine.
mixed.
I just didn't know. She's just a lot.
She's
With
definitely
that
black.
strong chin.
You leave her alone.
I'm just saying.
Her skin is bad lately.
All these people's skin's bad.
They don't drink any water. That's wild to me.
Drink water.
Drink your water. Water is life. Water is life.
Drink your water and get your steps in. Get your steps in. Go outside and get your steps in. And drink water.
I did walk to Target today, though.
Swag. Good for you.
After sitting on the
Water and
computer
walking.
for hours.
Water and walking.
Couldn't do it.
We were supposed to talk about that TikTok you sent me.
Which one?
About your homegirl with the voice in her head.
Oh, my God. Why does she have to be the homegirl with the voice in her head?
Because, man, she's trying to clown. People that are trying to clown, they ain't got the full story. It's funny. Because she going to end up looking. Okay, so what?
Okay, let's talk about it.
Okay, so this is kind of an old topic. But was that a new TikTok video?
Yeah, it was.
Oh, she extra late now then. That's even, I'm judging her even more. But you're not supposed to be judging. So T sends me this TikTok, this one girl, and she's like, I had a discussion with my boyfriend, and I was laughing at him because he says that he doesn't hear his own voice in his head, blah, 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 blah. Like, how could he? Oh my God, how does he say, oh my God, I need to go pee? Like, it was a lot. It was a hot mess. She was trying to clown her man because he said, I don't talk in my head. Then she goes on to explain that, you know, when was that conversation? Like a year ago?
Yeah, we've had it a long time.
Yeah,
it was like a
while
quarantine
ago.
conversation when I wanted to divorce.
When you, oh my God. So she was like, oh yeah, I found out that, you know, like 50% of humans are like that where they don't hear their voice in their head. So me and T were talking about that. And go ahead.
We.
Don't we me, don't we me nothing. I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
We don't agree on this, as usual. We don't agree on a lot of things. It's actually kind of wild. But the things that we do agree on, they're like the important things.
Like what? What do we agree on? I'm just kidding. I'm diverting.
Yeah, you are.
So my beautiful co-host here, T, is one of the people that...
sucking up right now.
Oh my God. Is one of the people that hears the voice in her head.
Okay, let's clarify that, okay? Because I don't need phone calls. I don't hear a voice in my head.
Oh, no. now.
I don't hear a voice in my head. I hear myself talking out loud as I'm thinking. Like, I will say what the fuck out loud in my head, to me, like 1,000 times a day. The limit does not exist. Every time I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I
you
literally
disregarded it.
I literally hear that in my head a lot. I'm like, oh my God, what is he? I do that with the kids a lot. Like, what is he doing? Like, I can hear myself. And I guess hearing is not the right terminology
it's not the right
for
word.
it. But I am thinking that, and I'm saying hearing because I like literally hear my tone and my inflections. Does that make sense?
No, because deaf people, when they go on the dance floor, they can feel the vibrations. So maybe you can feel your inflections and your...
No, I can hear them.
Okay, hearing implies that you're hearing it through your ears. You're not hearing it through your ears. So am I
thinking of what I'm saying and how it sounds? Am I thinking of how it sounds?
Say that again? Yes, you're thinking of how it sounds.
But on the other side, I actually talk to myself a lot. I talk out loud, and that's how I like work through what I'm doing. So even at work, I'm like, okay, I've done this. I need to do this. Or I'm like talking while I'm using the computer, and I'm talking to the computer. Like, okay, click here, click there. God. Like I literally do that. Like people will come up behind me, and I'll be like, oh, sorry, I'm talking to myself.
Oh no.
What?
Okay.
That's wild.
No, it's just
you
wild.
Don't talk to yourself?
It's just wild that she was on there because she reminded me of your personality like that. And she was trying to clown her man because he didn't do that. But
yeah, how do you guys think? If you're not like consistently going through the steps, how do you think? That doesn't make any sense. How do you just think? Because I'll ask you what you're thinking about, and you will like be staring into space like nothing.
No, and then we did that, and you were like, "What are you thinking?" And I was telling you some crazy story about the sun and some revolving planet stars or something. Like, it's not something that. So guys revert back to, oh, nothing.
But are you really like? Are you rethinking? Like, 'cause sometimes you guys just have the dumb dust stare, like just into space.
Oh my God.
Like my brain is constantly moving and thinking, and I'm constantly talking. Like I can be saying something to you and having a whole different thought process about what I'm really thinking about you in my mind.
But that's not good all the time.
Like, but I can be explaining something to you, and I'm like in the back of my mind. That's why that's a saying, in the back of my mind. Like in the back of my mind, I'm thinking like, I know I already told this motherfucker this. Why is he so goddamn stupid? Why am I having to explain this again? As I'm telling you what I already told you, I'm having a whole different conversation with myself, talking about you, talking mess about you in front of you while I'm saying something else. Does that make sense?
That's rude.
But it's true.
That's rude.
But it's true. I do it everywhere.
You at some point you have to give your mind a break. If you are constantly talking in your head or thinking in your head, it's like a computer. When your computer starts acting up, you gotta power cycle that thing. You gotta turn it. You gotta give it a break and turn it on. No, because when you be dreaming.
Yeah.
I'm thinking the whole time.
In color.
In color, I guess.
HD.
That's swag, but. She was on there talking about, well, how do you say to yourself, I need to pee?
Yeah.
Your brain just says, oh my God, we got to pee. And then you go pee. Like, I don't need to. Hearing is the wrong word because you're not hearing it. Hearing implies it's going through your ears. Like you're hearing the frequencies. You're not hearing the frequencies of your voice in your head while you're thinking of your voice.
But I feel my ears, like, I feel my ears working.
What do you mean?
I understand what you're saying when you're saying I don't hear.
So that means.
But I feel my ears moving.
Your ears are just responding to your head, to your brain.
Yeah, because it's hearing.
No. The brain is the computer. The brain is the processor.
Yeah.
The ears are just a tool for the brain.
So how come when I talk to myself in my head, my ears feel like they're responding?
That makes perfect sense.
How?
Because your brain is saying that someone's talking to me. So your ears are trying to pick it up. Okay, so this is what I asked you before. All right, so you can hear, quote unquote, hear your voice in your head, blah, 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 blah. Right. So I said, cool. Do you see pictures in your head too?
Yeah.
And you said, yeah. And you said, okay. Do you smell smells in your head?
Yeah.
And he was like, yes. And I'm like, okay. Do you taste tastes in your head? No. The answer is no. You do not have all of your senses in your brain all the time just going. You don't.
I feel like I do. I feel like that's why it's a sensory issue.
No, you're just, maybe. Yeah, an issue. An issue.
That doesn't mean that it doesn't happen.
But that's not the norm. That's not the. She's clowning like he's doing the wrong thing and she's doing the right thing. When no, you're not supposed to hear your voice.
I think it's
You're not
just the
supposed to hear
thought,
voices.
like I think it's just the thought of like our brains are always moving, right? And I'm saying the people that have that. So it's like really hard to comprehend when somebody's is not, because that's normal for us, right? And on the other end of the spectrum, it's not normal for you because your brain is not moving all the time. I was trying to say that nicely. I didn't mean that in a negative context.
How do you know?
I don't.
Because you're looking at somebody and they look like they're not thinking about anything.
No, because you're telling me that sometimes that you have to give your brain a break, right?
No. I'm saying you have to give your brain a break because it's going 24/7. I didn't say
yours
nothing
is
about
not.
mine.
Is yours going 24/7? Why would I need to give my brain a break? Are you giving your brain a break?
Okay, my brain. Yes, my brain is telling my heart to pump blood consistently.
No, that's your body just doing that.
So it's on autopilot.
Yes.
That system is on autopilot.
Yes.
My brain has nothing to do with that.
No, I don't think so.
Does it?
Why would it? Because if you get shot in your heart, then your brain's not going to be like, it's okay, just keep pushing.
It will try. Your brain will absolutely try to do that.
I don't think that's how that works. We're not scientists, obviously.
And then, no, your brain will absolutely do that, but it won't get any oxygen. That will happen. What are you talking about?
What do you mean oxygen?
That's what your blood is pumping oxygen through your body.
Yes, I understand that.
So it won't get any oxygen to your brain from pumping the blood.
Oh, yeah, fair enough.
But the brain will still try to stay alive.
Saying.
What are you talking about?
I don't know. My brain was somewhere else.
Having a different conversation in your head.
Yeah. That's my problem with like these conference calls and sitting and working at home and doing all those things. Is like my mind will just be gone. It's very, very hard for me to sit and concentrate on one thing. That's why I have a hard time. I can read literally a whole like 200 pages and sometimes not even be able to tell you what I read. But I know I was reading it.
That's bad.
It is bad.
That's not normal.
Yeah, I think you're right. It's probably like, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
But here's the worst part of the whole situation. That's something that I've had to really reflect on and like think about, because one thing that Brian will do is call me out on my shenanigans.
Like what?
Like you're like the only person brave enough to have done that ever.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, it's why I don't like you. So it's a situation where he will be like swearing up and down like, oh, you never told me that. And I'm thinking like, yes, I did. But then I've really had to like, that's happened so many times now that I'm like, did I tell him? Like, I don't know if I told you or if I just thought it in my head and thought I told you, like thought I spoke it out loud.
That's bad. That's a breakdown in communication. But on the flip side, you might have told me.
This is true. That's why it's like a constant circle, because you don't remember anything. It's very hard for you to remember things. I don't know what that is. That's also not normal, but...
I mean, that might be from football.
Yeah, you're full of CTE.
Maybe.
I'm going to donate your brain to science when you die.
Dang.
I am.
Just like that, huh?
Well, you don't need it.
How you know?
When you're dead, you don't need your brain.
They might still be trying to pump it.
It's not.
I'm just kidding.
You're out of town.
So yeah, that's our joint tip for the day? Is our communication segment?
Yes. Don't get married.
What? Oh my God, you always doing some extra.
I just want everybody to be happy.
So we kind of, they're not going to be happy married? I just caught that. You're a jerk. They're not going to be happy married?
See? Here we go. Your brain's definitely not functioning all the time.
No, it is. I was thinking of what I was trying to say to
Yeah, but you couldn't do
away.
both things at the same time.
I totally just did.
No, because you caught it like 30 seconds later.
That doesn't mean I didn't do it at the same time.
You have a slow processor.
No, I was processing something else.
Right, so you couldn't keep up with the speed.
Speed of what?
You need more RAM. Is that right? Did I say that right? Is that what that is? The processing thing is RAM?
Little jokes. Your little jokes and
Did my nerd jokes go off or no?
Sure. It was fine.
Okay.
But
Oh, boom, boom, boom.
But see, now you made me forget what I was saying.
Did I make you forget?
Yes.
How?
By diverting my attention to something else.
No, that's a CTE.
No, ma'am. So we had our group, I don't know.
What did we have?
Consensus that the most important part of communication is to make sure that you understand that the other person understands the point you are trying to make.
Yes.
Because one clap.
That's it.
One
Good job.
Clap. This is such a fundamental thing, but it's kind of weird because, like, you know, people
Because we
struggle
miss
with
it.
We do miss it because we're moving too fast. That's I'm shots at you, or everybody's moving too fast.
I don't think that's what it is.
Can't keep up. Well, here's the thing. So when you tell somebody something, and this is any aspect of life, right?
Yeah.
Your relationships, your work, with your kids, parenting, try to make sure that you gain an understanding of what they understood or what they took away from what you said to them.
Yes, because what I have been finding as I am learning and growing in my role at home, at the schools, at work, is that people's takeaway of what you told them is wild. I have told people many things, and then they will bring up something a couple weeks later, and I have to look back and be like, that's what you took away from our whole conversation? Like, that was the takeaway?
Right. That was the piece that stuck in their brain.
Right.
And it wasn't even like the main point
Correct.
or anything or anywhere near
So, in my teaching journey that I've been doing lately, and I say teaching journey because I'm still learning, but it's like, I'm not an expert, but I know a lot more at this subject than my peers do, right? So, but for me, I've been having to reflect back and just make sure that people are really understanding what I'm saying. And that has been in many different ways, to either simplify things or to make it fun or to do touch bases. Like, hey, you know, okay, so what did you call on random people? Like, what did you think of that?
Right.
What is your perception of that?
Right.
Because one thing I'm finding is that people's perceptions are reality.
To them.
No, for us too. People's perceptions are their reality of us.
Yes, absolutely.
Right? So people probably have a different perception of what we are. No, what I'm saying about, like, for us, people have a different perception of what we are based on a situation they took away from what we have done or what they perceive that we've done to them.
Yes.
And that's their perception of us.
Yeah.
And that has carried on for a very, very, very long time. And we have the same perceptions of other people that we meet or introduce to or whatever. And we take away, that's why they bring up first impressions are everything, right? Because that's now your perception of somebody and that is your reality of them.
Right.
So it's been very important to go back and touch base and make sure, like, that you have a thorough understanding of what their reality is before you continue on.
And the point they're trying to get across.
Yeah, because I just have seen, that's been my experience lately, is that people's takeaways are wrong. So therefore I need to change the way I'm communicating.
When you're communicating with somebody, you tell them something and then you first gain the acknowledgement that they even heard or understood what you're saying. And then you try to get them in some way, some shape to repeat back or to, say what they heard.
Yeah.
And then, you guys go from there. That's how communication is supposed to be.
You also have, because we're in a time where people are being very selfish, right? So you have to put it in a perspective that resonates with them, to give them an example of how you can contribute it. So for me, at the schools, I have to consistently go, you know what, I can't do these things to adults. I have to give adults potty breaks. I can't tell adults they can't go to the bathroom. I can't speak to adults the way that you're speaking to children.
Correct.
Because I'm going to get an HR call, right? Where's the kids' HR?
Right.
We got to be the kids' HR. So that's the perspective.
We up there.
Right. Like, if your principal said something to you the way you're saying it to a child, right? You're going to be on the phone like, this person is disrespectful. They made me feel, like, uncomfortable at work.
Yeah.
You have to put it in the same situation for these kids.
True.
Especially for the ones that don't really have a voice, right? And I mean, don't have a voice, like, maybe they don't speak the language as well. Maybe they are nonverbal. Maybe they don't comprehend. Maybe they have processing issues. Maybe they just don't know. Because these kids, they're not fully developed in the head yet for a very long time.
True.
So, and that is something that, we're trying to remember in home, is that the decisions that we make now probably weren't decisions that we would have made when we were younger, because our brains aren't fully processed. They weren't fully. They
developed.
Yours still might not be.
Wow.
It's the CTE, man. You gotta blame the CTE. Just kidding, baby. You're really smart.
I'm blaming that. You moving a mile a minute.
Gotta get the more RAM.
Gotta get the more RAM. Now your stuff is overheating.
This is a big fact. To burn out.
That's too funny. But what you're saying goes hand in hand to, or what we were talking about earlier with religion. It ties right back into it. Is people's interpretation. People's interpretation of what you're saying to them. Mm-hmm. And how they go forward with that. Whatever they interpret and believe from that point on. Like you tell somebody this whole profound story and the takeaway they heard about was how, I don't know. But that's my whole beef with typos and grammar and stuff too, because somebody can say a whole excellent point
and it gets lost
on the internet, and someone's like, "Oh well, you spelled there wrong. You used the wrong there." Like that doesn't negate the whole point that they made. But people are just stuck on, "Oh well, I
do that, but let me tell you why." But it's just a way to. If it's against your point, it's just like you're an idiot because you don't know. Yes. Right. Just the same way you make excuses for people using religion as the way that for them to sleep at night.
No, okay, so you interpreted what I said incorrectly.
You said what you said. Say it with your chest.
No, I said people are dumb. The people are dumb. It has nothing to do with religion. It has the dumb people. There's dumb people in every religion. But
this is a fact.
I mean,
there's dumb people everywhere, not just in religion. That's the point. We're dumb at things.
Yeah, but we're trying to learn and grow, and we're open to new ideas.
I think we're also open to criticism too. Like, hey, what you did wasn't cool, or you know what I mean. Like, I think that we are both open enough to be like, we're not perfect, and
but
we make stupid decisions sometimes too.
Most genius humans out there know that they don't know everything.
Yeah,
that's like the first thing that they'll tell you. Yeah, you know what I mean.
That's what they say. When you're the smartest in the room, you're in the wrong room. Right. And we fully I don't want to be the smartest in the room. I always want to be around people that are smarter than me, so I can learn and I can grow.
Exactly.
Even if it is uncomfortable or not something I really.
It shouldn't be uncomfortable.
There are times when you have to change your viewpoints of something because you find out later in life that you are not right, and that it's uncomfortable.
It shouldn't be uncomfortable. You should be secure in the fact that you know that you don't know everything, and then you should be like, cool, I learned something new.
Yes, dope. I mean it uncomfortable in the way that you're like uncomfortable with the things that you have said and the choices you have made and the people you have made hurt. Like that is embarrassing. Yeah. It's embarrassing to know that you were that person. Does that make sense? So that's what change is uncomfortable. And it's uncomfortable for that reason because you realize that you were either doing A, B, and C. Yeah. And it affected other people.
We gotta leave on a high note.
I don't know. Nothing really fun has happened this week.
All I know is these artists are dropping this new summertime music, and this summer is about to be
are you going
crazy.
outside?
I'm outside.
Oh, what are you doing outside? With your mask? With your allergies?
Yeah. I'm be outside with a mask.
Honestly.
That ain't stopping me.
Honestly.
Most of the places I want to go is required mask anyway.
Not soon enough.
I'm trying to get on a roller coaster, and they are not playing that no mask.
They actually are.
What?
Yeah, coming up.
No.
Yeah. The whole roller coaster vibe, I guess June 15th.
Well, we'll see what happens.
Well, the whole cold part of the situation is that now we're supposed to rely on the honor system. We're supposed to just believe that these people, we can't ask people for mandates. Stores can't ask people for their vaccine card. We can't ask for any proof. It's supposed to be going on the honor system.
Yeah, the CDC shouldn't have dropped that.
Honestly, they really shouldn't have because I think we're going to have a whole new set of problems. And it's going to be people that are still wearing their masks are going to have the problems. But
they're going to get harassed?
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, they're already listen.
No, I don't think so.
No, it is. They're already. I posted it to my Instagram today. It was if you see somebody wearing a mask, remember that they might be 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah.
So people are going to be like, why are you wearing a mask? Why are you wearing a mask?
Yeah.
Yeah, but the people who, but
here's the
difference.
Thing.
The difference is the people who are wearing masks and continue to wear masks, they're not going to go up into the malls with picket signs we're going to wear our masks.
They're saying the people that are still continuing to wear masks are going to be harassed and bullied and don't bully the wrong one.
That's going to be part of me being a good person if I see somebody getting bullied for wearing a mask.
Honestly.
You feel me?
That's my thing is I just don't want, I don't know. No.
I can see that though, but
don't talk to the wrong person. Don't bully the wrong person.
What you want to talk about?
I don't know.
Talk about some more hall passes? Just kidding.
No.
Just kidding. Why?
Because yours were fucking trash.
That's just a mean thing to say. Why would you say something like that?
Because they were. Everybody told you.
That's fine, man. I like what I like.
I'm offended still.
You
Like,
can be
honestly,
offended.
truly.
I like you too, so if you offended,
Yeah, that's
be
like,
offended.
that's offensive to me. How are you gonna like her and me?
Who?
What is
An
her name?
actress?
Yeah.
She's an actress. What you mean?
Like, your stock value went down for that.
Yeah, right.
It did.
But that's fine.
You know how you're always like, let's
Go
flip
ahead,
it.
go ahead.
Girls, you know, when they talk to certain dudes or when they think somebody is attractive or I find out they hit this, that, and the third, like that brings us down. Like, it makes you not attracted to me.
You know me, I do.
Well, that's how I feel about.
Yeah, but Miranda's fine.
She's not, though. Oh my
Okay.
God. She looks like the girl.
Craziest part about this stupid conversation from last week
Yeah.
is that I have never, ever, ever in my entire life seen a tweet come across my timeline from this girl, Ash Cash. And then I
Oh, yeah, I forgot
finally
about
did
her.
like 2 days ago. And I was like, what is this? But maybe it's just one of those things where, I don't know, subconsciously, like I would notice that name pop up now. But
Subconsciously. You thought it out loud in your head.
here
You were like,
go.
click your heels.
Here you, what?
You don't know that?
Click my ears for what?
Click your heels.
For
1,
what?
2, 3. You never watched Wizard of Oz?
Is it to take you home?
Maybe. I don't know. I never really watched that whole movie.
Wow. Wow. You got caught up. You got caught up.
Did you follow her on Instagram?
Absolutely not.
Why?
Why would I do that?
Because
My Instagram is a semi-professional place. My Instagram is actually really funny because, like, on the main. Here you go. What's that for? What's that for? On the main page, it's like all business.
Yeah.
Or it looks kind of business, but then my stories be extra ratchet and nonsense.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. A fake.
A fake? No, real. It's just two
What?
different. It's just separate entities.
We didn't talk about the aliens. You want to talk about the aliens?
Oh no, not at all.
Okay.
The aliens. Yeah, man. I don't know. What do you think about the aliens?
They can come get me.
Come get you to no. You can't go with them.
Oh.
You can't go with them.
Why?
The same reason that these astronauts that we have and they go travel into wherever the unknown they go to, they're not bringing a bunch of stuff back because it's not going to survive. If they found something living out there, they're not going to just, oh, well, come get on the ship so you can just die along the way to come back. If the aliens picked you up, you're dying on the way back to wherever they live. Duh.
Okay.
I think about aliens rationally.
Of course you do.
Oh, of course. Of course you do.
Of course you think
Of
about
course
something
you do.
crazy and new rationally.
That's not crazy and
Let's
new.
talk about Alabama.
I'm from Nevada. Area 51 is a thing.
That's true.
Yes, this is not crazy news to Nevadans.
Yeah, that's true.
Not at all.
You want to hear something about Alabama?
No.
So they had banned yoga, but now
How you ban yoga?
it's Alabama.
Why though? What's the reasoning for banning yoga?
Listen.
It's too sexual? What
Oh,
are they
I think
banning?
so because
Oh my god.
they didn't. They put the ban back, right? It overturns it. It was a decades old ban, right? But here's the funny part. I have so many jokes, but I'm trying to be a better person.
I don't understand why they would ban it. Okay.
So you can do yoga in school now.
In Alabama?
Yes. But teachers cannot say namaste.
Excuse me?
Yes. And they can't use the Sanskrit names for poses, and chanting is forbidden, like, you know, like meditation, like a mantra.
Excuse me?
They can't do that either.
Remind me where Alabama is again?
Why are you asking me? I don't know anything east of Colorado, and that's even pushing it.
Floribama Shores.
Oh, that's right. That was a funny show.
So they're afraid of yoga? And like,
Yeah, but the teachers can bring guns to school.
they're not afraid of guns. They're afraid of yoga. That's the craziest thing I ever heard. No, it's not. Basically, the
I think they're also the state that doesn't allow
Oh, Jesus.
vaccine passports.
Of what?
Like they like made a state law or whatever, state mandate. I don't know the difference. I don't know what Alabama does or how they
What's
do
a
it.
vaccine passport? To go get your vaccine somewhere else?
No, like basically like you have to show proof of your vaccine to
Oh,
be able to
gotcha.
do things.
Yeah.
They ban that in the whole state. Like nobody can ask you for proof of vaccine for anything.
I mean, that's kind of cool.
I mean, then they should wear a mask.
Being afraid of everything has kind of its perks sometimes. Sometimes they'll get it right.
Yeah.
No, that's, I don't know.
They basically said only English names can be used for yoga poses. Very Alabama-ish.
That's crazy.
I don't know why people live there.
They're gonna name the something or other, the Kentucky Derby or something. So what about the aliens? Government said that they kept it a secret from us because they thought people would go crazy. Pandemonium.
Well, then they don't know Americans are lazy because there will be no going crazy or pandemonium about anything.
They just put gas in plastic bags. Nothing lazy about anybody putting gas in a plastic bag. I'm sorry.
It is lazy because they didn't go get a can.
No, they just were
like, sure, I have this plastic bag in the back of my...
It's desperation. Like, you guys got a plastic bag in here? I'm trying to fill some gas. Whatever. This is all about hearing voices in your head with B and T.